For years, Elena had raised her son, Julian, all on her own. They weren't just mother and son. They were the best of friends, a team of two against the world. Their bond was incredibly close, which made it all the more devastating when at 21, Julian began to drift away. He fell into the orbit of a secretive group, one that promised him purpose, a sense of belonging, and a path to what they called a higher truth. At first, Elena dismissed it as just a phase. She thought, he's young, he's exploring, he'll find his way back. But soon, the phone calls grew distant and strained. The weekly visits stopped entirely. The boy who once filled their home with easy laughter now spoke in rehearsed, hollow phrases that didn't sound like him at all. It was as if a stranger was borrowing her son's voice. Elena felt a profound sense of helplessness wash over her. It was like watching the person she loved most in the world drift out to sea, slipping further and further away into a fog she couldn't penetrate. She felt locked out of his life, a world she was no longer welcome in. But Elena was a fighter. Giving up on her son was simply not an option. She refused to let him go without a fight, but she knew that fight couldn't be won with anger or force. So she channeled her fear into action. She started attending support groups for families in similar situations, listening to their stories and sharing her own. She devoured every book she could find on manipulation and high-control groups. She met with counselors and exit specialists who helped her understand the delicate psychology at play. They taught her how to reach someone gently, without judgment, and how to create a safe space for them to land if they ever decided to leave. Every text message, every voicemail she left for Julian was a carefully crafted piece of her heart. She didn't send angry demands or desperate pleas. Instead, she filled her messages with love. She'd send a photo of his favorite childhood meal with a simple caption, "Thinking of you." She'd share a memory of them laughing on a family vacation, a tiny reminder of who he used to be, and more importantly, who he still was beneath all the layers of influence. She was planting seeds of memory, reminding him of the love that was real and waiting for him. Months passed in agonizing silence. Every unanswered call felt like a door slamming shut. But Elena persisted, her hope flickering but never extinguishing. Then one day, a breakthrough. Julian finally agreed to meet her. They chose a quiet, neutral cafe, a place with no history, no emotional weight. He arrived looking guarded, his posture tense, his eyes unsure. He was a fortress, and Elena knew she couldn't storm the walls. So she didn't. She didn't push. She didn't interrogate. She didn't criticize his choices. She simply sat, ordered him his favorite coffee, and she listened. For the first time in a long time, she just let him speak. He talked about the grand promises the group had made to him, the sense of importance they had given him. He spoke of the deep-seated fears that kept him there. Fear of failure, fear of being alone, fear of the outside world they had painted as corrupt and lost. He even admitted, in a quiet, wavering voice, the profound loneliness he felt, a loneliness he had never been allowed to express within the group. And in that quiet cafe, over the steam of 2 coffee cups, Julian saw something he hadn't truly felt in a very long time: unconditional love. He saw it in his mother's eyes. It wasn't control. It wasn't pressure to conform. It was just a mother who would walk through fire to see her son whole and happy again. She wasn't trying to win an argument. She was trying to win back her son. That conversation was the turning point. It wasn't a dramatic, movie-style escape. There was no sudden rescue. Instead, it was a slow, fragile awakening. The seed of doubt, planted by his mother's unwavering love, began to sprout. With patience and her gentle, consistent support from the outside, he began to question the group's absolute control over him. He started seeing the contradictions, feeling the emotional manipulation he had once mistaken for spiritual guidance. Months later, he finally made the decision. He left. He returned home one evening, trembling, exhausted, but free. He looked like a soldier returning from a long, grueling war. Elena didn't throw a party or celebrate loudly. She didn't say, "I told you so." She simply opened her arms and wrapped him in the hug she had been saving for years. It was a hug that said, "Welcome home. You're safe now." Their journey wasn't over. Healing from that kind of experience is a long and winding road. There were scars to tend to, trust to rebuild, and a new sense of self for Julian to discover. But they faced it together, side by side. In that partnership, they rediscovered the unbreakable bond that had always been there. A bond that proved stronger than any group, any belief system, or any fear that had tried to tear them apart. Elena's story is a powerful testament to a different kind of rescue. It's not about force or dramatic interventions. It's about the quiet, relentless power of a love that refuses to give up, a love that keeps a door propped open, no matter how long it takes for someone to walk back through it. It's the kind of love that doesn't break down walls, but patiently waits for them to crumble on their own. Thank you so much for watching. If this story touched you, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more content that explores the strength of the human spirit. We'll see you in the next one.